Norse mythology was one of the very few inspirations for movies, comics, and even video games in our history. But the one everyone knows about is Marvel's take on the god of thunder and future ruler of Asgard, Thor. Thor was one of the later characters that was introduced during the Silver Age of Marvel Comics, and was one of the most well-known and fan-favorite at the time. And is he still? Well, let's find out. We will start in the year of 1962, where a collaboration was created between three guys: artist Jack Kirby, scripter Larry Lieber, and the legend writer himself, who was actually Larry's older brother, Stan Lee. They worked together to make more varieties of superheroes for the Marvel fans out there, and then released Thor's debut in Journey into Mystery number 83. We begin our story with an American physician named Dr. Donald Blake, who was currently on a vacation to Europe? Why Europe? Whatever, but as you can tell, just like the last episode with my brother, the original is a lot different than what it is now. Anyways, while he was hiking near a forge, he witnessed the arrival of alien invaders called the Stone Men from Saturn? Wait, there were aliens on Saturn?
I knew it!
Well, I guess my brother called it. But to explain what they are powerful rock-like people that are conquerors and preparing to conquer Earth. You know, the usual kind of thing from the alien topic in the 60s. Next you know, there's just some random fisherman who just came out of nowhere and just watches them. I don't know why. Who is this guy? I don't even know. The old fisherman runs away to the village and tells the police what he saw, and surprise, surprise, they don't believe him, like, at all. Even though they should, but, you know, whatever. Anyways, Blake was on the run and made sure no one could see him. However, he was then spotted and it starts running and trips and loses his cave. Come on, man. Fleeing from the aliens, Blake finds a hidden cave and hides in it. And while inside, he becomes trapped when a boulder blocks the entrance. Man, Murphy's Law, am I right? Papyrus would know.
Hey!
In desperation, he finds a unique wooden stick that looks like a cane lying in the cave. What, did an old guy die in here or something? Oh well. But when he strikes it against a rock to try to move the boulder, a flashbang of lightning strikes him and transforms him into the mighty Thor. And the cane, for some damn reason, becomes the majestic hammer of thunder, Mjolnir. But we're gonna ignore that and talk about the fact that Blake has the body of a Chad. The muscles, the chin, the hair. Which, by the way, don't tell my brother I told you this, but he's been trying to grow his hair out like that. Just saying. Continuing forward, he then reads the legend that was carved into Mjolnir and reads, "Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor." And that filled Blake with determination. See what I did there? You know, never mind. He then places his hammer down and realizes when he stops touching it, he's no longer Thor. But then when he touches it again, he's Thor. And then when he does it all, you know, you get it. But that's not the only thing he figured out. He also figured out the powers he has, like throwing his hammer, lightning, strength, you know, the obvious. Next thing you know it, he goes out to confront the aliens and defeats their weapon and shatters their technology. The aliens retreat and Thor then taps the ground with his hammer as he switches back to Blake. He would then realize he could pull off the whole secret identity thing and decide to become a superhero. The end. So at least we got an actual ending. But they kept making comic books about him, and his popularity grew so much that in 1963, he would then join the Avengers. Pretty cool, right? He gets to team up with Iron Man, Hulk, well, sort of. But then in 1966, on the 126th issue for Thor, we would then see for the first time ever in the comic book series, the name of the series would be based on his name. And also during the same time, we would also get a cartoon show that unfortunately didn't do that great and didn't have a lot of episodes. What a shame. Kinda wanted to see what they were gonna do with that. But then in 1968, in Thor number 159, we would then see Thor's retcon explaining his full backstory. It reveals that Donald Blake was not a separate individual who stumbled upon Mjolnir, but rather a persona created by his father, Odin, to teach Thor humility. Thor didn't remember this because Odin wiped his memories and punished him because he didn't want his son to be destructive as his adopted brother Loki. This meant that Thor was the true identity and Donald Blake was essentially a magical construct. What a plot twist! The fact that it took 6 years to reveal this and had most of the fans in shock. During the Bronze Age, however, Thor would make his first live-action appearance in the Incredible Hulk Returns movie. What the f*** is that? That's not Thor, that's Wart. Yeah, fans were disappointed, but hey, eventually we would then pass the 1990s during the Infinity War, and we make it in 2011, where he made his proper introduction into live action. And that would then continue off with the Thor we know today. The mighty Thor who has done a lot of achievements, including becoming Galactus' new herald with cosmic powers to defeat the Black Winter. But that's where we end here. Now, there was something I did want to mention, that eventually Jack Kirby and Stan Lee had an argument during the 1970s, but I didn't want to get into it too much because it's too much drama. I don't want to explain. We're a drama-free zone here, obviously. But that's where we end here. Thor was definitely still as mighty as he was before.
That's cool in all sense, but you ever wondered if any of us are worthy?
To be honest, I don't think we...
Mowgli!
Oh my god, Papyrus. It's...
Mjolnir! Oh my god! It's the actual Mjolnir! I want to try first!
No way, bro. I'm the Marvel guy. Go talk about Green Lantern or something.
Well,
I mean,
no,
you're more
Sans,
of the DC guy. You should be
Lantern
talking about
because
that
this is a
instead.
Thor
I should be the one to do it because I'm the
that.
Marvel guy
I
here
wanna
and all,
try
and
it
I
because
know
clearly
I was just
called
talking
dibs
about
first.
Thor and... Oh, look. It's the dog again.
Oh no, not that canine again. Wait, what's he doing? Oh my god, what the hell?
Papyrus!